time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. With the catch, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense lining up for a first down play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ball. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run line, Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to get away. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. Then wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The RPO, it's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Sends it back in motion. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Gators trying to cash it in on first and goal. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the...
Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense had the look they liked. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gonna take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. High the chains now on second and long. Arch Madness. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position. Great place to start for this offense. In the red area, it's ball. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Howie Rowe will check on his condition. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the well. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to run with ball. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. He breaks a tackle, picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
He'll try it again. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Arch is going to throw for it. That's caught. It's Townsend. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Simon. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll go right back to the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
I send the tight end in motion. Manning on play action. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. This is soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal.
Trying play action. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Man, how nice is it to have such a weapon at tight end? A guy that can catch the football and make people miss, but right here, break tackles, extend the play, make bigger chunks than what's really there. That's what can really make this offense dangerous.
Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down. And they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Hauls it in.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his highs and speed, so Who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Fourth down, Manning can make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They boot it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Here's a give the ball. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff ball running left. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. 3rd and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Under fire. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And This guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Aim. Stop, and that is the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that pulls Gator ahead, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.